UvaldeRadio.net, good evening. Hey, I'm Robert Miguel here on your Friday evening, live at Broadway, 830 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. We call it Friday Night Live, and it features the rising stars of Texas music. And again, we are out here on the patio getting ready for some great live music. Tonight is also Coyotes football, so tonight at 6:30 you'll hear Simon Pops Ortiz coming at you live from the Honey Bowl with all the coverage as the Coyotes take on the Bernie Greyhounds. Again, live coverage here on UvaldeRadio.net, so do not go anywhere unless you're coming out to join us on the patio here at Broadway 830. Tonight, our very special guest for the very first time in Uvalde, as far as I'm aware of, Mr. Matt Tejeda.
How's it going, man? How y'all doing?
Welcome, sir. I'm glad to have you here, man.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so your first time, is it your first time to perform in Uvalde?
Yeah, actually, this is my first time playing in Uvalde. I've done plenty of work out here as an HVAC technician, so
okay.
You know, it's
yeah,
it's another line of work
HVAC
now.
out here.
Yeah, definitely, especially at the bank. So you know, I've been out there quite a few
First
times.
State Bank?
Yeah, the First State
the
Bank.
The big one or the
little
one or both?
It's the big one, the one that looks like a big old hunting lodge, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
So the big one over on Opal Street. That's when you see. Have you seen all the artwork they've got? Some fantastic.
It's amazing stuff.
Like a museum in there, man.
Basically, it's like a natural history museum for just Uvalde out here, man.
They do like guided tours and stuff. It's crazy.
It's insane. Yeah, no, I need to.
Well, cool. So you have some experience in Uvalde. So what other I guess things have you done in Uvalde? Have you done any dining or?
No, not too much dining or anything like that. I mean, I've been to the Whataburger and that's about it.
I've been at 5 Points, got myself a big old 32-ounce soda.
Yeah, pretty much. Got
some gas station food and back out.
First time here at Broadway 830. So I mean, this is pretty cool, man. I like this little setup that they got going on here.
Yeah. So if you're gonna dine in Uvalde for the first time, this is the place to do it. So delicious artisan pizza, delicious craft beers. They've got really cool drink specials every month, and really great atmosphere inside. It's a little warm, humid out here tonight.
I mean, it's not too bad.
But it's going to get better.
It's going to get a lot better.
It's much better already than it was when we first got here, right?
Yeah, it was.
So again, we've got Matt Tejeda. He's in from San Antonio, right? San Antonio area?
All the way from San Antonio, about an hour away.
So how was the drive in? Because those Friday traffic around the summer day.
Well, actually, the traffic wasn't too bad. It was just having to come back through Castroville after working there today.
Oh.
So I had to go back into San Antonio and then come back through Castroville and into Uvalde. So it wasn't too bad, the traffic at least.
So you do HVAC, you do music.
Yes.
You're on the road a lot, I bet, huh?
I'm constantly traveling. It's nonstop traveling. I'm also a tattoo artist as well as an HVAC technician.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'll sit down every once in a while and put some ink on some people's skin. But yeah, man, I do that, and I do HVAC. I do the music stuff, and it's a wild ride being me.
It sounds like you're jack of all trades.
My wife definitely is running ragged because I'm constantly on the go.
Well, you're lucky that you're married and that I'm not married anymore because. You got HVAC, you're a musician, and you're a tattoo artist. My ex-wife would be throwing herself at you right now.
Oh my goodness, yeah, no, it's a good thing she's not here because my wife would have attacked her already.
She looks tough too.
She is
beautiful.
She is.
You could take her, my ex. Would you please take her, please? Just pound it out.
Yeah, no, she's trained, military trained. She's a veteran of 11 years. So she's amazing, man.
She's very sweet. What's your name?
Her name is Adriana.
Adriana, welcome, and you got your manager / booking agent.
My manager / booking agent / helps out our radio promoter. She Cynthia Garcia over here with G289. Oh my God, I'm just like
I've been wanting to ask.
My head just
Cynthia
went away.
What the 289 from G289 stands for, and
you can ask her right now.
Cynthia, come over here real quick, because I have a hypothesis, but it's probably wrong. Go ahead.
Okay, so the G is obviously for Garcia.
Right.
289 are the birth months of my children.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That makes a lot more sense now.
Wow, you're just like my mom.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah.
Welcome as artists to the G289 family.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Okay. So my hypothesis was totally wrong, but it's a great thing. That's awesome.
It really is a family, man. Honestly, I know you had Nick Zamora here. What was it, last week?
Yep, I believe it was last week.
And he's part of the G289 family as well. And man, that guy's awesome. I love jamming with him.
I love Nick, and I'm glad that you guys hooked up with that Cynthia hooked up with Nick because he's
yes, definitely.
He's a good guy. He's a talent, and I'm glad that he's got somebody in his corner helping to promote that stuff. So.
He honestly, the artists that are with Cynthia right now, we need this type of support in our corner, and it's. I've been in and out of this industry for the better part of my life, put it that way. I started off whenever I was about maybe 13, 14, doing rock and roll music and playing in garage bands and everything like that.
You seem like you have kind of a rock thing.
Yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, I got the tattoos and all that. You know, we played rock and roll, and we played a lot of country stuff, you know, older country stuff and everything like that whenever we were growing up. But we never got those big gigs or anything like that. We toured around San Antonio, the dive bars, the dive scene, and all that, and that was it. And then coming back in whenever I turned 21, or around that time that I turned 21, I don't know, it's all kind of a blur.
Sure, of
my
course.
20s, because I was drunk most of the time. But anyway. Coming back, you know, in my early 20s into the country music scene, it was pretty cool to do because it was a different beast altogether. You know, yes, there are the dive bar scenes still for the country music, you know, scene in San Antonio, as well as Uvalde and Bandera and all that. You know, it's cool to come in and see these guys who are great artists, great singers, great, you know, guitar players, drummers, bass players, and just amazing musicians. And to have somebody like Cynthia backing us up and putting us out there even more, you know, getting us exposure. Like, since I've been doing country music, I haven't traveled outside of San Antonio too much. Since she's been managing me, I've actually gone out to Fort Worth Stockyards and played out there for the first time ever in my life.
Yeah,
and
that's a milestone, man. That's fantastic.
Was a big milestone for me, man. It was exciting. It was awesome to be out there. Everybody was very receptive to what we had to offer and what we brought out there. And, you know, we kept the crowd going over there at the Pearl, and it was awesome because they invited us to go back over there and you know, rock the night away again.
That's fantastic.
So that's great for us.
Again, we got Matt Tejeda here. He's in from San Antonio, performing tonight live at Friday Night Live, 7 p.m. is showtime. Enjoy some live music on the patio for free. Just come out here and order some pizza and some beer and enjoy some great Texas music. Now, I like what you said earlier about you came from kind of a more of a rock background.
Right.
You know, now you're in the country thing, and I think kind of where you were going, but we haven't got there yet, is that there's a difference between the structuring and the support system that rock bands, like garage band, independent rock bands have versus country. There's like actually a system in place, especially in Texas, for country artists to grow and to move up and to network. And whereas if you're in a rock band, it's very competitive. There's a lot of haters.
Oh, there's a lot of gatekeeping with it too.
There's some scene. Yeah, exactly. There's people that and you can do well, and also, you know, there's that you know, it's hard not to be resentful because all these tribute bands are making more money than the original artists. Whereas the country scene, you can do a healthy number of covers and originals and be easily accepted.
Exactly. I mean, like, because whenever you're in the country scene, you're going into these honky-tonk bars and these big old dance halls and everything like that, and they're receptive to seeing what you got as far as your originals go and all that, and they're like, yeah, you can play some originals, but we want 90% covers, because that's what you're there for. You're there to, one, get your name out there. You're there also to give a good show and keep these people dancing on the dance floor and make the bar money too, you know, and you're there to make money. And so it's kind of, you know, a people helping people sort of thing, you know, to whereas with, you know, the rock and roll bands and everything like that, and like you said, the tribute bands, it's like, you got the new AC/DC tribute band that's out, and then I've actually recently went to go see a Motley Crue tribute band out there at the Four-Way in Medina, I think it was Medina Lake, at the Four-Way. But yeah, you know, you got all these tribute bands that are now starting to do these like bigger tours and everything like that.
And they're making bank.
And they're making bank on this stuff. It's like
and any real rock musician worth his salt is eventually, if they start needing the money, they're just going to do a tribute act because they can't. It's so hard to make it with the original because there's not that support system in place. Whereas if you're a country artist, you can pepper in those original songs, and the support system will allow you to grow into it, and eventually you can become Kevin Fowler or Ken Fo or Randall King, to where you can play a full set of original music.
Definitely.
And that's what we're all working towards.
It's funny because, and you mentioned Kenfo, and I love Kenfo. I love Rico. I love Jakey, Ross, and now my buddy Avery is now playing with them. Me and my buddy Avery, who's their new drummer, me and him were the ones playing in that rock band together whenever we were kids. Yeah, so cool. I've gotten to see this guy just completely skyrocket into this industry and get in with amazing band like Kinfo, and so I'm very proud of him, and I'm very proud of the leaps and bounds that he's made to make it to where he could be on a level to play with these guys, man. And that's what I mean about, your people helping people, because you got your hired guns out there that they'll jump from band to band and everything like that,
and they're necessary too.
And they're necessary. No,
yeah,
they really
sure.
are necessary, especially for a kid that doesn't have a band, all set together. And shoot, especially for me, sometimes I don't even have a full band, together, and I'm like, okay, you, I need you, come help me, but mostly on people's recommendation, but also, because I've seen them out at gigs and everything like that. And I'm like, all right, cool, let me call you whenever I need a guitar player, or whenever I need a bass player or something like that. And for them to discover Avery that same way, it was like, yeah, man, this is definitely the industry of people helping people, because if you didn't hear about Avery because he was playing with, just me. And I at the time I wasn't playing all that often whenever I first started out, and so Avery came to me. He was like, dude, I got an opportunity to play with this other band. I'm like, dude, go for it. Yeah. Don't let me hold you back. Don't feel like you're obligated to me, because I don't have the dates for you to play, man. Go, man. Go, do your thing. He was out, man. He took off like a rocket, man. I loved it.
But that could come around and benefit you in the future also.
Oh, I mean, maybe, but that's not exactly why I told him to do it.
Right,
but
that's just the positive juju. That's the energy.
Yeah, definitely. It's the good karma.
We've got Matt Tejeda here. He's from San Antonio. And quick, since we brought him up, shout out to Kinfo. Our girl Corey Brooks is out there in Helotes tonight at, I guess, Kinfo, John Wolfe, and Braxton Keith, I guess, are playing tonight over at Floor's Country Store. So shout out to all our boys, Kinfo. You guys tear it up. Meanwhile, Matt Tejeda's going to tear it up here at Broadway 830. And Matt, we have a new song. Let's go ahead and get it on the air here real soon. But since we got kind of derailed on just kissing butt with the scene, give us your quick bio. You mentioned you were playing some rock and roll back.
Yeah.
Just give me the quick background of music, how you got into it.
So music, it was always a big thing in my life. I had my mom's cousin, Ralphie. He had pretty much inspired me to pick up the guitar. I grew up watching him and his band play together and everything like that, and so I was like, all right, well, let me pick up this old guitar that my mom had from like the 70s or something like that, 70s or 80s, and let me see what I could do with this. Got into a mariachi class in school out in San Antonio, and started to learn that way, and started to learn how to sing and control my voice and project my voice as well. And man, I just got tired of playing mariachi music. Those
mariachis can sing, man.
And they can. And you know what? They actually, it helped out a lot.
Yeah.
It helped out so much. Now that I know how much it helped out with my background and my vocals and singing,
especially what you said
vocals,
about projection. Wow.
Especially projection.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane to think that if I didn't do that, I probably wouldn't be as strong of a vocalist as I am now. I'm kind of getting over allergies and a little bit of an illness and everything like that from this week. But it's, whenever I'm 100%, I feel just amazing. The vocals that I can project out there and the power that I can emit from my vocals and everything like that is something that I'm grateful for, especially from being a mariachi and learning that type of singing, because it really is very operatic, very projection. You're not singing with a microphone most of the time. You're singing.
And it's neat to learn that stuff when you're young and you're kind of like being schooled and you're not having to do it like in your 30s.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to fix something that might be broken.
Yeah, pretty much
learning
just
it from the very beginning.
Unlearn bad habits, basically.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So it helped out singing rock and roll music, and it helped out a lot, singing country music. It's easier to sing country music than it is to sing rock and roll music, I feel. Mainly because with rock and roll, man, I'm either belting out or I'm like very low, singing some sort of ballad song and everything like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, it's a little more of a dynamic, you know what I mean? And there's a greater chance of you blowing your voice out and doing something wrong.
No, yeah, there is definitely there's definitely been times where I've blown my voice out, like during a show or even after a show, where I'm just completely hoarse and my voice is dead. You know, if I was playing a rock concert or something like that, and it's like
tonight's not that night.
No, tonight's not that night. Tonight's not that night. It's going to be a better show tonight, I promise.
Well, let's talk about the new song. Actually, let's go and play the new song. Then we'll come back out of it and we'll talk about it. And if you don't mind, we'll get you to do something live if there's any new material.
Yeah, definitely.
So the new single by Matt Tejeda is called "Out of Time." Give us the quick background on just the recording process, where you recorded it.
So I recorded this at Gila Monster Studios. This is basically a studio out in Fair Oaks in San Antonio. And it was basically a buddy who was just like, hey, man, you know, come record at the studio, pro grade stuff and everything like that. I was like, all right, cool, you know, let's go record it. Might as well. It's basically the scratch track that I never got to master because I was like, I need to put this song out because I need to start, you know, building momentum with my music career. I need to start getting out there more. And I just kind of had it one day. I was like, you know what? F it, man. Let's put this thing out. You know? Well,
let's go and get it out. And when we come out of it, we're going to talk about the song itself and
definitely.
the writing process and whatnot. So, again, this is Matt Tejeda. He's performing tonight here at Broadway 830. The address, 100 East Main Street, beautiful downtown Uvalde. Come enjoy music from 7 to 10 on the patio. And here's a song you're probably going to hear live. It's called Out of Time. This is Matt Tejeda on Friday Night Live. This is UvaldeRadio.net.
Sitting in this bar again, I'm thinking about those things you said when you left. I got a cigarette in one hand and a whiskey in the other. I won't be able to feel regrets tonight. Yeah, I'm drunk enough not to give a damn what you think about me, 'cause I'm on the run, I'm out of time, and if I was sober I'd be out of my mind, 'cause I'm on the run, I'm out of time, and if I was sober I'd be out of my mind, 'cause I'm out of time. Probably be doing something to get you back, 'cause I know tomorrow I'll be missing everything we had. Nothing's written in stone when my better half is gone. Your memories aren't fading fast, and that lets me know what we had would never last. 'Cause I'm on the run, I'm out of time, and if I was sober I'd be out of my mind. Yeah, I'm on the run, I'm out of time, and if I was sober I'd be out of my mind, 'cause I'm out of time. I can bring you back in to my arms and hold you till the sun comes up in the early morning. But I'm out of time, baby. Yeah, I'm out of love, darling. I miss you so much. 'Cause I'm on the run, I'm out of time, and if I was sober I'd be out of my goddamn mind. 'Cause I'm on the run, I'm out of time, and if
UvaldeRadio.net, Friday Night Live. We're live at Broadway, 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. We do it every Friday night, featuring the rising stars of Texas music out of San Antonio. That's Mr. Matt Tejeda, the new single called Out of Time. And you can see him live tonight here, 7 p.m. is showtime, out on the patio. Matt's right here. What's going on, buddy?
How's it going?
Man, it's good to have you here again. First time in Uvalde, making your Uvalde performance debut.
Yes.
Although you said you've kind of roamed the streets from time to time
Yeah,
before.
every once in a while.
So we just played the new single called Out of Time. You
Yes.
told us a little bit about the recording process. Let's go ahead and talk about the background of the song itself. Musically, lyrically, give me the background there.
So pretty much that song was that 3 chords and the truth, man. You know, it was one of those things where I was going through a bad breakup at the time with an old ex-girlfriend, and I was just in a very dark place, man,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I tried to pick myself up by my bootstraps and say, you know what, you don't have time to just, you know, sit around and lollygag and mope around all day. I need you to, you know, get through this and move on with your life, you know, pretty much. I was in the middle of transitioning careers as well, you know, so in the midst of transitioning careers and being in the middle of a breakup, I was like, you know what, all right, you know, it's done. We're out of time. Let's keep on running. Let's go. You know, I was also drinking a little bit too much at that time too. You know, just turned 21 at the time, and I was like, you know what, I need to kind of sober up a little bit and hold off on the drinking for a little while, and so I did. You know, I made that song as a therapeutic song for me, you know, to get over that turning point in my life and move on. You know,
you sing it with a lot of passion, and there's some obvious hurt. You know what I mean? It really comes through. Like it's definitely like a recovery song. Like I'm pulling through.
Yeah,
this
that's
myself,
pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And a lot of the songs that I write are from my own experiences in my own life.
You can almost hear the frustration you have with yourself in your voice, which I totally resonates with me because I've been in the same situation too.
Oh yeah, you have those moments where you have to have a talk with yourself, you know, and it's one of those talks where it's one way because you're talking to yourself, and if you answer yourself, they're going to lock you up.
That's a little crazy,
you know. Looney Bin's not very forgiving, but you know, you have to have that talk with yourself and say, hey, look, you know what are you looking to do right now?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do? Where are you at? And what are you not doing that is preventing you from going where you want to be, you know? And that was my song. That was my way of putting it out there, pretty much, you know what I mean?
Cool. Now tell me this. How long did you sit on the song before you recorded it?
I think I sat on it for about maybe 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
And then finally I was like, you know what? Met up with this dude, you know, buddy, and he was like, hey, this guy has a studio. Why don't you go, you know, record a song? I was like, all right, cool, you know, I got a couple songs that we can record, and so I did, you know, met up with Gil and at Gil and Monster Studio and recorded the song, and I was like, all right, cool, man, sounds good. And he was like, this is just a scratch track. He goes, you could take it to whatever studio you want to and master it, mix it, whatever, you know, but here it is, man. This is your song. This is your first song that you've done. And I was like, cool, man.
It sounds good, man.
And thank you, man.
Good,
and I sat on it for years after that, and then finally was like, you know what? I just need to put it out there.
Finally seeing the light. Now tell me, what other songs do you have in the can already recorded? Or
So I do have a song that I want to do. I'm on the fence about rewriting it, or on the fence about, you know, just leaving it as it is. It's a song called Man of the Road. And it's about my 2 uncles and my brother, who are, you know, blue-collar workers like me. They're always on the road. They're always traveling and having to sacrifice time with their families. And it's basically their story. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I want to rewrite it to where it's just from one point of view, or leave it from all 3 of their points of view, you know, and it just kind of melts together, you know, at the end. But yeah, that's what I want to work on next. But we also have another song that I'm trying to work on next. Is "Lose More Than You Win" is the working title. And once we get into the studio with that's going to be the next one where I'm like, all right, this will probably be like a winter release sort of thing, because it's going to be kind of a more of a I don't know how to describe it, man. It's just one of those songs where it's whenever it hits you, it's going to hit you. You know what I mean?
I'm looking forward to hearing it, whatever it is. It's going to be good stuff. So again, we got Matt Tejeda here. We just heard his new song called Out of Time. I'm going to hurry this up because we have Calios football starting in 7 minutes. So you got your guitar. Can you squeeze out a live thing?
Man,
even if it's just
definitely.
a verse or two, you know, whatever you got. So again, Matt Tejeda live here at Broadway 830. Here's a little sample of what you're going to hear tonight on the patio with UvaldeRadio.net.
All right, man. Here's a little something of Man of the Road right here.
21 and a father too. There's not much that he can do about where he works. He's out at work setting up the crane. The only thing weighing on his brain is, what's she doing now? And am I making my family proud? And he asks, why can't she just go with me everywhere I go? Why must I be so lonesome while I'm out here on the road? I guess that's just the way that life sometimes goes. Yeah, it sure can take its toll on a man of the road. On a man of the road. And this man is 7 years clean. He thanks the Lord for everything that he has today. Throwing switches onto them tracks, he don't mind breaking his back for the one he loves. She's mainly what he's thinking of. And he asks, why can't she just go with me everywhere I go? Why must I be so lonesome while I'm out here on the road? I guess that's just the way that life sometimes goes. Yeah, it sure can take its toll on a man of the road. On a man of the road. She's pacing by the telephone, waiting for his call home. But she knows he's doing his thing. Kids' functions are often missed, and she feels like she's second best to everything. Darling, I know and I feel your pain when you ask, why can't I just go with him everywhere he goes? Why must he be so lonesome while he's out there on the road? I guess that's just the way that life sometimes goes. Yeah, it sure can take its toll. Why can't she just go with me everywhere I go? Why must I be so lonesome while I'm out here on the road? I guess that's just the way that life sometimes goes. Yeah, it sure can take its toll on a man of the road. On a man of the road. On a man of the road.
All righty, UvaldeRadio.net, Friday Night Live. That is Matt Tejeda. Y'all make some noise if y'all heard that. Come on now.
Thank y'all, guys. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Matt Tejeda out of San Antonio, Texas, playing tonight here on the patio, 7 to 10 p.m. for Friday Night Live here in Uvalde downtown. So we have got like 2 minutes to get clear and go to Coyotes football. It's Coyotes versus Bernie Greyhounds live at the Honey Bowl. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. We're getting ready to be clear for Simon Pops to take over. But, Matt, before we wrap it up, real quick, any breaking news you got to tell us about any really cool upcoming gigs.
Oh, man, real cool upcoming gig is actually going to be out at Thirsty Horse Saloon tomorrow. I'll be opening up for Rick Trevino, man.
Fantastic.
So that's going to be cool, man.
That guy's a legend, man. Very cool. Don't steal a show from him.
I'll try not to.
All right.
I'll try not to.
Any other cool gigs?
Another cool gig. What else do we have coming? We have White Elephant coming up actually in November. We'll be out there at the Fort Worth Stockyards again.
Okay.
So that's going to be another cool one for us, man.
And as far as new music that you kind of teased here today, what's the timeline on getting new music out there?
Hopefully within January we'll be releasing Lose More Than You Win is what the plan is.
Tell us the website, social medias, all that good stuff.
Social medias are going to be Matt Tejeda and the Backwoods Band on Facebook, Matt Tejeda Music under Instagram, and then I also have a TikTok. You can venture a guess on how much I'm actually on there by how many videos I've actually posted. But it's under Matt Tejeda Band. But yeah, man, works. The website is in the works, so we will have the website so you can have all those links in one convenient area.
Well, it was a pleasure getting to know you. I know we didn't get really in depth, but it gives us more to talk about next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'd really like to know about the Backwoods Band, a little bit more about you guys and whatnot. Cynthia, I'm going to give you last shot. Any other plugs? Because you're the main chick in charge. Any other information we need to get out there about Matt or what you got going on?
No.
Nope. You did pretty good.
She's like, that's pretty good.
All right. So come on down and see Matt Tejeda perform right now. You just get on out here at the patio at Broadway 830. Again, the address 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. I'm Robert Miguel. That's Matt. We are out of here. We're not going to take you to Coyotes football live from the Honey Bowl on UvaldeRadio.net.
Go Coyotes.
Peace.